Real estate heir Robert Durst was arrested Saturday in New Orleans on murder charges, the FBI said Sunday. Durst, 71, was arrested by FBI agents at a JW Marriott hotel on a Los Angeles warrant for the murder of Susan Berman 15 years ago, FBI spokeswoman Laura Eimiller said. Durst's attorney Chip Lewis said Durst will appear in court Sunday afternoon and will waive extradition so he can be transported to Los Angeles to face the charges. He's maintained his innocence for years, Lewis said. Nothing has changed. The arrest came on the eve of Sunday's broadcast on HBO of the final episode of The Jinx, The Life and Deaths of Robert Durst. In 1982, Durst's wife, Kathie, disappeared in New York. Durst told investigators at the time that he last saw Kathie Durst when he dropped her off at a train station in Westchester County. In 2000, Berman, a friend of Durst, was killed execution-style 2 days before Christmas. She was found with a single gunshot to the back of the head inside her home in Hollywood Hills, California. Her murder came just as police were about to interview Berman about Kathie Durst's disappearance. One episode of the Jinx series highlighted a never-before-seen handwritten letter discovered by Berman's stepson, Sareb Kaufman, who believes it was sent by Durst to Berman a year before her death, KTRK reports. Kaufman claims the letter carries similarities to an anonymous note sent to police by the person believed to be Berman's killer. The anonymous letter reportedly includes details that only the killer would know. The letter sent to Berman was recently handed over to California police, who reopened their investigation into Berman's death, the channel reported. Durst also made headlines in 2003, when he was acquitted in the murder of Morris Black, whose dismembered body was found stuffed in plastic garbage bags in Galveston Bay, Texas, 2 years earlier. Durst admitted he dismembered Black's body, but was acquitted after claiming self-defense. Before being tried for Black's murder, Durst jumped a $1 billion bond. However, he was caught in Pennsylvania weeks later after shoplifting a sandwich and Band-Aids. In 2014, Durst was arrested for urinating on a drugstore candy display near his home in southwest Houston. He was charged with criminal mischief after urinating on at least $100 worth of confectionery, authorities said at the time. Durst is the eldest son of the late Seymour Durst, a prominent figure in Manhattan real estate. The Durst family operates numerous skyscrapers in New York City, including One World Trade Center which it runs for the Port Authority, Pix 11 reports. The filmmaker of The Jinx, Andrew Uretsky, told the Associated Press that Durst is a strange but smart man who has long feuded with his wealthy family. The story is so operatic, Uretsky said. That's what's so fascinating to me, seeing someone who is born to such privilege and years later is living in a $300 a month rooming house in Galveston, Texas, disguised as a mute woman. Lewis said the arrest was orchestrated by Hollywood to come before the final episode. No doubt, he said. It's all about Hollywood now. Lewis said he was familiar with the Berman killing and wasn't surprised by the arrest because of the number of emails and calls he got after last week's episode aired. He said new evidence touted by producers, however, was something he was already familiar with. I know all about this case, Lewis said. I have no doubt we will present a most compelling defense. Uretsky told a Hollywood version of Durst's story in the 2010 film that starred Ryan Gosling, All Good Things. A week before the release of that film, Durst called Uretsky saying he wanted to see it, and eventually agreed to be interviewed by Uretsky. That footage led to the documentary series. Uretsky said the 6 episodes left him with a firm conclusion about Durst's guilt or innocence. HBO distributed the first 2 episodes in advance, making news with Durst's admission that he lied to investigators about what he did on the night of his wife's disappearance. Uretsky kept the other episodes under wraps to maintain suspense as they aired each week.